Alright, YouTube, here we go. I've got the three flavors that I had pointed out earlier in my video, and the coils that I had that looked completely horrible. I changed them in a matter of about 5 or 10 minutes. It didn't take long. And those are what they should be looking like after you get them, juiced up and everything. They'll fire. And this is what I love about my vape, is that it really doesn't matter what I put on here. It will fire the first time regardless. Like, I've hardly ever have any issues out of these Lasimos, and I've been using them for about 3 or 4 years now, and I've replaced mine a few times, and it's about time for another replacement, or I'm gonna update to the new one that they came out with. I haven't even seen it in stores yet, but I'm gonna probably be the first on my block to have one. And here's the juice, what it should be looking like when you're done mixing. It's still clear, but after you run it under the hot water, it'll turn like really thin and loose. But I say give it about 5 or 10 minutes, before you actually want to stick your vape in there and let it, thicken up a little bit more, and then just shake it up a lot, just shake it up immensely, like a crap load, after you heat it up. And then that should be good enough to, start vaping. It's not going to have all the flavor that you have in there that would be in there if you actually let it steep for a full, 3 or 4 days to a week. But on more complex flavors, they'll take more like 2 weeks to fully steep and achieve like that full-bodied flavor. But there still is an immense amount of flavor in here that is satisfying, and it's still okay to vape. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is some fresh made juice on some fresh coals. You can't really get no better than that, especially for what I spent. I'm definitely satisfied regardless. And then here we go. Just slide that on there. And then my ohms are at 0.23. It's not too strong. It's actually a pretty heavy hit though, so it'll rip. Very thick, juicy, flavorful clouds. And the nicotine in here, yes, it was like 2.5, maybe a little over 3, because I forgot that I was in a 15 ml bottle, not a 30. But the flavor's awesome. It tastes like I dipped my hand in a bowl of fruit, and I just got done swallowing fruit. There's no bad aftertaste. It's like a pure fruity, clean, pure aftertaste, and it's one of my go-back flavors. I'm definitely have to go back to this flavor and play with it more and see what other flavors it'll blend with and show you guys what I find out. But this is just those basic 3 flavors that I showed you, in the propylene glycol, the nicotine, and the vegetable glycerin. I didn't add no propylene glycol. Sometimes I will in more complex flavors to be able to steep faster. That's the only thing I really believe in. Sometimes it thins out the juice a little bit, but I try to stick to 100% vegetable glycerin like I did in this juice, and it kind of it seems like a thicker, more flavorful juice. Like, I just like it like that. And the problem with most like sub-ohms is that you don't build your coils like you build them here. You go to the store and then you have to pay to replace them over and over again, which will cost you a serious amount of money over time. And as well, I mean, these RDAs, they have a lot of flavor, if not more than any sub-ohm or RTA out there, but the power that it kicks is just unbelievable. It's a very strong, flavorful hit, and if you're more up that alley, you kind of want to do some DIY or start getting into it a little bit, so you can figure out what kind of flavors suit best for you and work your way from there. And just let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than glad to, share with you what I know. And we can work on everything together and progress and grow in the community of vapors. And as DIY grows to be more popular, you know. So good luck to everybody. Um, these juices right here, they cost me, I think, like $1.50 to $2 at the most. It really was inexpensive. So I retail my juices about $10 for these house juices right here. They're very, very good juice. You know, I can't compare it with most top of the line shelf juices. I walk into the store, I'll be the most pickiest vapor that you've ever met, because most of these flavors these days have this strange aftertaste that I cannot stand. But none of these have an aftertaste. They just basically taste like the flavors themselves. So it just basically tastes like a nice, you know, harvest fruity flavor in here. It's a really good clean flavor that I made, and I'm satisfied. And you know, this will last me until I have to make another bottle, and it is best to make more bottles so the other bottles can steep while you're vaping the one that you know you just shook or whatever. But I'm a procrastinator, and that'll be my downfall these days. But I try to get a lot done in the short amount of time that we have in the day. But you know, it works. It definitely works. For anybody that doubts, for anybody that doubts. Can you really doubt? Can you? I can't. I can't doubt it one bit. It's just, it's too good. You can't. You got to give it a try. You definitely got to give it a try before you say anything about the vape industry, or you know you're not going to get the full spectrum of what it has to offer. And to me, I could have. I couldn't have made a better choice. So, peace out, YouTube. Until next time.